This is going to be a funny boss relic to use because it's not going to last till the end of the run. And one of the only ways it does so is on this class, Sand Arrows, Cookie, Molten Gold. Frankly, I quite like all three of these. I'm going to go with the Molten Gold. Maybe I can do the coin orbs that I've been dreaming of doing recently because it's been a while since I've played it, that's for sure. Double store with the starter Molten Gold. I've seen worse. I've definitely seen worse. But yeah, let's just see how much value I can get out of Spheridae's Fate. Hopefully I can find a good win condition before it runs out, because it is going to run out, and definitely don't want to be left stranded once it does. Alright, perfect. 41 gold. It is very noticeable, isn't it? I do love Molten Gold. One more. One more. Oh, 50 gold, there we go. Let's just bounce straight into that. Refresh. Yeah, we're already down 5 charges. I don't think it's going to last, but frankly this map actually is pretty good at not expending my charges. Which unfortunately also means it's not very good at getting me gold. Which is incredibly unfortunate, of course. I'm not getting this payout. It's just not happening. But that's not going to stop me doing it. Of course, I must believe. It's unfortunate. Remove all orbs? Why not? Let's just do it. Hopefully I have enough tempo to get around the fact that I now have nothing. I'm gonna need to pick up something real very soon, that's for sure. Orboros is certainly not what I expected I'd be doing here. That's for sure. You're done. Now let's pop the other one. Alright, 30 damage per hit. If you get a crit, that makes things a whole lot simpler, but without the crit, very hard for this orb to deal damage, unfortunately. This is not really looking that pleasant, is it? I'm gonna need an upgrade soon. Alright, perfect. Bob. Seems like a better win condition than anything else I've got going on. Just need to find a short enhanced or bomb baton and I can lean much more into it. Debuff distractor. I mean, if I can get your bombs applied debuffs, I'm pretty damn happy with that. That's for certain. But at least I now have a very valid win condition if I want for getting through most fights. Unfortunately, it's not really going to help out too much in elite fights, which is definitely a bit worrying, but we'll get there when we get there. One of the nice things about the path that I'm currently on is there are no elites for me to tango with, which means the chances of me losing are drastically lower, but not 0. It's fine, just mildly annoying. That is really annoying, actually. 0 damage after all. You're joking. Crazy. Yeah, like we're already down 12 charges, that is. That's gonna be a lot. I'm still gonna try and prioritize question marks. As I said, less gold, but I gotta keep more charges, which is kind of fun. Also, if I can get this collateral damage, suddenly nonsense like Sappersack is looking a whole lot, Shock Absorber is looking a whole lot better. Sappersack as well, but Pocket Sand, not quite what I was after. There are 3 relics that look exactly like that, and unfortunately it was not the one I wanted. I should have just accepted the health loss, to be honest. Yeah, it's fine though, I got the spin infection. That probably means I'm going to kill him in time. Indeed, eh? Alright, and then let's just try and take care of you. Second one? Barely not. Unfortunate, but not to worry because I'm sure this shot will easily hit at least 1 bomb. I'll hit 1. That buys me time, doesn't it? A shot like this is perfect, eh? It's another bubble, but I'm actually going to take another bubble. I think it's a good idea to just try and play for this, and Also means I'm filling up my deck with reasonably solid orbs. I definitely really want, this is unfortunate, oh my god, that was an insane first shot. Absolutely insane, perfect. Your bombs play debuffs and fast. I think it's going to be my best possible win condition against like this guy. Although his Inception will also be neat. Not actually all that amazing, but definitely neat, that's for sure. I am seriously lacking the power I need here. A shot like this. Not really. Not really. Whatever. It's going to be very tough dealing with this boss. Don't really have any tools to deal with him, and the bombs do help, but don't exactly solve all my issues. 120 gold, it's not bad. Not bad indeed. Hopefully I get something good. Alright, this is actually insane. This is really good for me. Let's set up some rigged bombs. I'll pop them later. This is an insane fight for me. I literally couldn't have hoped for anything better. There's no better elite fight, and there's nothing better than an elite fight there. Now of course it's time to unleash the damage. 150 cleans up. Oh god, I still take a lot of health loss here. That's actually unfortunate. I was hoping I wouldn't, but no brambles, so it looks like I'm gonna be taking a small beating here, but only due to rigged bombs. Perfect. Which means so much worse. 165. That's the breakpoint. Great. Great. Okay. Okay, this is amazing to see. This is absolutely amazing. Huh. Right. That's pretty cool. I don't even need to buy them. Oh. 40-25 fight, one more gold. Wow. Huh. That was something. That was definitely something. Wow. Wow. That's not gonna happen every run. That's for certain. That's incredibly impressive. I got bailed out last second there for sure. Looking a whole lot better now. Still very dangerous though. And I lose much more health than I would like, that's for certain. Oh, right. I meant to discard there. Let's try this. Yeah, not quite, but that's good enough for me. Not yet, but this is. I just need you gone. I don't throw those bombs. Oh my god, that's so good. I'm gonna get a shock absorber here. Sorry, a Sapsack. Oh, okay, I didn't. Tender Cactus, Consuming Chalice, Heavy Hand. Alright, now we one-tap bombs. And then we get the... Hey. Wow, this is interesting. I wasn't expecting this. Get this Orboros out of my deck. I want it gone. Okay, oh my god. Whew. Very worried, but it seems like I have a very valid win condition now, doesn't it? And surely I'll get my IOU eventually. This is interesting. This is very cool. I've got the bomb baton as well. Like, AoE is just solid. I've got to upgrade this collateral damage. Let's just try and maintain my health first with the shock absorber, right? But wow, I can get a lot of work done with this. A lot. It's just great. Amazing. Refill the buster. Perfect. There we go, let's double tap it, shall we? Figure I might as well. Okay, so there we go, our shock absorber is now upgraded, so if we shoot the shock absorber, we take 4 less damage from rigged bombs, so we're only taking 1 damage per rigged bomb. That is very noticeable, that is also very noticeable. Unfortunate. Close. Oof, Wow, okay. This is, let's not lose any real health here. Only the health I decide to lose. Unfortunate. I take 4 damage, so it's less if I shoot it. Acceptable loss, unfortunately, but let's not do that again, shall we? There we go. 55. I do want a lot of cash here, actually. More than I have. I'm just going to play for Shock Absorber. Nice. It's great that we have the Shock Absorber here. Helps us out a whole bunch. I think I have time to shoot my Orboros. I just don't feel like discarding it and losing the health. Gives me time to get my Shock Absorber damage up as well. Just making sure I'm hitting my bombs. Good enough. I don't think the chip damage in between now and then is really going to matter too much, but I guess it's nice. Good stuff. It's a lot of damage though, and not too much myself. An 18-18. I imagine an 18-18 can put in a lot of work. I was right, but not quite as much work as I would have liked, that's for sure. Let's get you out of here now. I'll shoot a shot like that. It probably shouldn't hit too many rig bombs. Perfect. That was scarily close. Oh, sorry. Let's hold off on that. As I mentioned, there's a store next. Peg back. Wow. I mean, yeah, it's definitely peg back. We just got to make sure we're hitting pegs. Because if there are pegs to hit, we're making bombs, and if we're hitting bombs, then we're not losing tons of... That's a short fuse. And we're not losing tons of damage, health to multiple enemies trying to ping us down. Yeah, no, that's a really good store for us. If we get a fight here, I wouldn't hate that, just to try and grab another move, but this is a very dangerous fight to get. Let's try not to lose too much health, shall we? Doesn't look like I lost too much, does it? You know, it really, really doesn't. Alright. This is working. I'm down to 60 on my Spheridae's Fate. This might actually last till the end of Area 3. We've got a very, very fast game plan, which doesn't rely on multi-blocking here, so it seems like things are working out reasonably well. At least, 43 health. I'm fighting Demon Wool, though. I'll hold off to see if I need to heal. This should bounce in. Not the way I expected it to bounce in. Not at all. Alright, let's just try and finish out this fight. Maybe a lot more health loss there than I would like, but at least the fight's almost over, I guess. Frankly, I just get it done. Just get it done. It's unfortunate, but I'll just accept a health loss. I can press the heal button after all. I don't need to press it just yet, though. Those upgrades are great, and that is a social focus. Great. It's really nice to see because oh wow, I just take like no rigged bomb damage once I get that thing online. Unfortunate, but I don't need to shoot my Shock Absorber, I guess. It just would have been nice. Great stuff. I think I have enough AoE damage here. My bombs dealing that plus 10 damage I think is going to end up coming in handy. Do I believe in you? You know what? I probably shouldn't have made that bet, but it worked out. So clearly it was the right call. That is another Shock Absorber. Perfect. Was halved and then -3. Surely that works. I think it works. It's slightly risky, but I'm going to pop my sash just before the final fight. I don't have that's fine. I don't have the super boots, so I can do that. Assault Totem, let's just grab our relic here. Yep, no reason to withhold it. Unless I get literally exactly reduced, but I just want to make sure I'm not dying. That is insane to get. I love that with debuff Distractor. Okay, this is not bad. Although this fight is not exactly the best for us, but it's fine. I don't think we'll lose too much health, just more than I would like. Just depends on what the next one has in store for me. Another Bob upgrade. I do want to be pressing this max health button though, actually. I'm just going to try and grab a tiny bit more gold. I need to miss navigate eventually, so Why not grab some gold whilst I do so? It's just much more painful than a normal Miss Navigate. That's not bad to get, actually. Alright, let's see what fight we get here. Okay. I'm just going to try and get rid of them ASAP. Including getting rid of my own health. So I just don't take damage from this. It's very handy to know. Very handy indeed. Let's try that. I really want to get in there and pop those. I did. Okay, so it's sash time. Should be pretty doable. Alright. So I got sash now, so I just kind of can't die. Ooh, we just need to get ourselves through this fight, eh? It's not the easiest fight, but double shock absorber should just give us more than enough scaling to just blast through him super easily. I'm pretty sure he's just dead on the second shot, so that's always nice. You've also got to appreciate the 280 damage per turn he's taking. It's just, you know, 280 damage per turn compared to plus 28 is, I'm just a bit scared. I don't think I die to that. I'm pretty sure I don't. Everything is telling me that I'm not going to die to that, but it's still just a very scary thought, isn't it? But yeah, like 30 spin faction versus having plus 30 on an orb, like yeah, I know which one I'd probably prefer most of the time. I like having both though, that's for sure. Said both is nice. Yeah, we're down to 28 procs. It's not lasting, but don't really need it to. Alright, my deck is looking pretty perfect. That's a still conviction because why not? I'm just going to skip here and pretend I only have one boss relic. I'm totally fine with that. I don't want to lose my reload, I don't want to lose my navigation, and I don't want to lose my navigation. So, yeah. I'm just fine with that. I've got to do a Confusion Mask run sometime soon. Don't know how that'll do with the starting boss relic because definitely not the biggest fan of it. Alright, all I need now is a tiny bit of healing. Not sure exactly which source I want to get that from. It should be more than enough damage. I mean, constantly concentration. I don't need it. I have spam bomb proc nonsense. And I'm just going to keep pressing the button. I don't really lose anything by doing it. Well, apart from gold. But when I've got... I'm actually in a very nice spot now, aren't I? Especially since I can do shots like this immediately and should just be able to get a good amount of value from it. Oh, there's an extra slime in this fight. Usually that would be mildly unfortunate. He'd gain the extra stats. I wouldn't be able to kill the second one in time to give him stats. But I think here it looks like we're just pretty fine. Definitely though, like, well, we do feel pretty invincible right now, but there are some fights in Area 3 that can prove to be quite a nuisance. Looks like that last second bramble though has made this fight a lot simpler for me. I would have otherwise lost health. God forbid I lose health. Alright, we're just about to get up here now. What is it, 250 gold? I would appreciate that a lot, to be honest. It would be quite nice. Randomly remove half your orbs. I don't think so. Plus orb. My deck is currently looking pretty damn good, so I'm happy to just leave it the way it is. Alright. I was going to say, this is just a random boss fight. Which is fine. I just would have appreciated being able to shoot one of my bomb orbs earlier. But Instant Shock Absorber still gets me a lot of value. I mean, that's what, 10, 15? 7 Spinfection. Not a bad amount, that's for sure. I just don't have like recom, so I'm not getting them back. Technically, I guess because I don't have recom, like, this fight is actually not that simple. But my bounces do contribute to damage, as well as I'm going to have a lot of pegs on the board, so I think it's going to be more than fine. I just don't take damage from weak bombs. Yeah, ooh, that's pretty good. That's a really good effect to have. And usually, you know, I can't remember. Shock Absorber does not actually save you if you have a mirror of acting as a Shock Absorber, right? You'll still take the damage. Juke Pot, Stacked Orbicus. I think I've already seen your refresh move, but I'm not exactly using my crit damage all that much. Not bad though. Orbit Story. I'll just hold. Boom. Alright, good. That should take care of the both of you, because for my second shot, the collateral damage, I'm going to get all the lovely flat damage boost. Or maybe not, you know. Maybe I'll pop all the rigged bombs myself, eh? Pretty solid. That's what I meant, like, I was going to use a lot of the, I'm not sure what I'm saying. Never mind. 191. Pressing the max HP button is still just a good idea, I think, so sure. Criticus. You know what? That sounds pretty funny. Maybe I can get a combo with that. Shock Absorber Criticus sounds like an idea. But there we go. We have some relics that have run out, eh? Ambidextrony, definitely picking up an ambidextrony. Decoy Orbs also not that bad of an idea. You know, really, I don't need, but I think I'll keep it around. I can't print money either, so I don't really need that. But it is healing, and I like the idea of healing my health, personally. Sounds like a fun plan. Alright, so yep, as I expected, Spheridae's fate has run out. We are basically back to full health though, that's pleasant. I still have time to collect a reduce, refuse, recycle. No navigation inflation to go along with it, but I shouldn't need it. Not exactly the most invigorating first shot. Luckily the follow through is there for me, eh? Because we don't take any damage from the red bombs, and that's just extremely, extremely strong. It's just so nice to not take damage from red bombs. We almost have enough shock absorbers to just negate the damage as well. That's the funny part. Decreasing it to 2 is pretty good after all. I should be healing more, but it doesn't really matter. I'll heal eventually, once, equal to 15% of my max HP. Not bad. Okay, counterfeit crits, there we go. I'm getting the Spinception, sure. Not that useful now, it's pretty useless, but duplicate an orb. I mean, we definitely just duplicated collateral, right? We just want as many rigged bombs as possible. Not exactly the most useful store ever. Gonna be perfectly honest. That would have been nice. But it's fine. You. This is like the third time ever I've received it back, by the way. And I just want to point out, I just went to this store with 0 gold. Like, oh man. Oh, well, wow. We got a fully spent Sash, a fully spent Spheridae's Fate, and a fully spent IOU. Yeah, the IOU is just gone. That's, I very rarely get any one of them. It's kind of crazy that I got all 3 of them in the one run. I wanted to dupe the collateral damage there just because it's twice the damage of the shock absorber, so yeah, I should be able to get a lot of value, and this first shot is going to be pretty nuts, huh? The fact that I don't take damage from rig bombs is just crazy. I'm going to be ending this run on more than... I'm going to end this run on... Oh my. This is just not fair. I feel kind of bad now. I did not expect this run to be this simple. Ending out to be a pretty strong build, huh? Wow. Frankly, I thought we were going to have to do many attempts of Spheridae's Fate. But no, it seems like being able to take that Orboros early simply worked. We definitely got things lining up extremely well. Nice. Should I just shoot my Shock Absorber now? Nah. I just want to keep greeding up the Shock Absorber, get the damage even higher. Although, to be honest, I should just discard to get to the Shock Absorber. I have Decoy Orb, I can just do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna get to my Shock Absorber. Get to my other thing. So, I guess the critical damage is not really that much. Especially compared to like just hitting my pegs manually. But I wanted to shoot the collateral damage, that was the main reason I did it. Wow. Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting Spheridae's Fate would work out this well. I wouldn't really call this a Spheridae's Fate game plan though, but I mean, I certainly have a Spheridae's Fate, and the early tempo you get from Spheridae's Fate was what got me here, right? Because my early game was not really that strong, but I had enough AoE chip damage that I just worked my way through them all, and that was just good enough. Looks like we get the kill here, which is pretty nice. It's just 6,000, yeah, okay. Wow. I mean, oh, Spheridae's Fate got the win, and I got IOU, and I got like all of the passives that spend themselves, apart from Puppet, I guess. It's hilarious. Yeah, breaking Spheridae's Fate on round was not exactly that easy. You usually have to work for it. If you've got one more level boss passive, of course, it's a lot easier. But we didn't. But instead, we got it immediately. And as is no surprise, you get the immediate Spheridae's Fate, and it's just gone before you get to the final boss fight, as fully expected. But yeah, I wanted to duplicate on the collateral damage just because +2/+2 per rigged bomb is slightly more than the +1/+1 you get for each bomb. So whilst the Bumblebee is of course pretty solid, I do only have a limited number of pegs, so if I'm going to turn them into bombs or rig bombs, considering the fact that one of them deals effectively, let's just call it 50 damage, and the other one deals 150 damage, yeah, I think I know which one I prefer because it doesn't actually deal any self-damage to me. That's just a neat side effect. Because, of course, Shock Absorber's global passive plus the halving from Taunt Sash works really well together, because I'm pretty sure it rounds up, sorry. And then Intentional Over, just in case it didn't, right? We did manage to get the bomb combo that I wanted. I thought that I'd need that tempo early on from the combo, but looked like it wasn't really that necessary, and it also didn't really help out that much later on. It was fun to have, though. I liked seeing the number go up. And to be honest, it did get like at least over 1,000 damage on the Dean Wall and stuff. As well as, in theory, it was nice for Debuff Distractor, but I didn't really get hit all that often, so I didn't really need the dodge chance. But yeah, we managed to eke out a win. Mostly, okay, that still was just insane. Like, seriously, no wonder why I thought I was going to lose, and then I just entered that store, and it's just like, wow, yeah, no, this is a very, very real store. These are three of the best common relics by a million miles, especially for what I was planning on doing. My idea to pick up both bobbles worked out phenomenally as well, didn't it? Cool. Like, I picked up the heavy hand just as a secondary short fuse. It's a short fuse every other shot, which is like not crazy, and it's slightly worse than that, but still just good enough. Sorry, slightly worse than that when you've got like a 0/0 orb, which I had a lot of 0/0 orbs. But yeah, we just ended our second boss relic. I didn't think it was going to add anything. I would have preferred to have my navigation, and I think that was the correct call to make. I think slightly too often I do kind of not care about my navigation a bit too much, which leads me to unfortunately having a slightly worse run for the sake of having a boss relic, which sometimes adds almost nothing. It both adds things and detracts things, because pretty much all boss relics do. Luckily, the heavy hand worked out pretty well here.